What's up, everybody? It's dark, it's wet, and it is freezing outside. This is that particular time of year when everything in Dallas resembles the UK, and it is raining non-stop. It's been raining for like the past week and a half. I'm really sick of it. Where is the sun, my G? Where is the sun? Normally, I like the rain. What I don't like is the cold rain, but that's usually what you get in December. So just gotta roll with the punches. I got my hoodie gang on deck, which is my custom hoodie, king. I'm gonna make a queen as well, for the ladies out there. Got I Am Altitude, on the back. That's me. I'm gonna have some more coming soon next year when the album drops. The merch will drop, so stay tuned for that. Normally, I shoot my videos on the patio, but for this particular instance, as long as this weather continues to be gloomy like it's been, I will be shooting it right here in the comforts of my living room. So join me. I know the sound quality is better. It's a little noisier out on the patio, but we be in an oasis on the patio. So for now, we're gonna shoot these inside until the weather gets better, because your boy got to keep creating content. So without any further ado, I Am Altitude, representing building never minds, the hip hop workshop, renovating minds one rhyme at a time. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about something that is near and dear to my heart. We are going to be talking about how to break the wheel. Let's get it. In today's video, I want to talk about breaking the wheel. What I mean by breaking the wheel is breaking the sense of normality that we're used to, breaking generational curses. I want to get us to a point where generational wealth is a thing. Generational wealth isn't just something we talk about, isn't just something that we dream of, but something that we aspire and something that we also attain. The premise of this video is basically getting out of the norm of what's comfortable, basically just breaking away from what we know. So what are some of the things that we know? Getting in debt, going to school, getting credit cards, getting car notes, getting mortgages, which are literally death contracts. Like, we have to get out of the sense of, oh, well, you have to have a certain societal status to keep up, because you have to keep up imagery. So go ahead and get this car that you can't afford. Go ahead and get this house you can't afford. Oh, you can't afford school, so go ahead and get all those loans, stack them up, and then not be able to pay on them, and then have your wages garnished. Like that, those are the things that we know. We have to get out of that cycle. So how do we do that? Teaching each other on how to build on certain things. What I mean by building on certain things is, if there's a trade, if there's a skill in the family, if there's a business in the family, if there are things that that you want to pass down to your kids, pass that down. Pass down those lessons, those tools that they need to succeed in life. We have to stop, because I made the mistake. I didn't want to go to college. I don't need a college degree to work at a fast food restaurant. I don't need a college degree to work at Walmart, Home Depot, all of these, corporation chains that are paying, barely over what you need to survive. They're only paying you what you need to survive. When someone's making multi-million dollars, but you're getting $12 an hour, $13, $14 an hour, you know, how does that look in the grand scheme of things? But at the same time, I don't need a college degree in order to get those jobs. What you need is a high school diploma, or to an equivalent, a GED, and you can get any Joe Schmo job out here. So we have to stop pushing the narrative of you need a degree to get a job, because you don't need a degree to work at Walmart. Like, all you need is a high school level education. It says it right there on the application. If you go online and fill out an application, it says it right there in fine print. High school level education. Have you ever walked into an interview and what are some things they ask you for? They ask you for credentials. They ask you for your resume, if you have job history. Has anyone, and I want somebody to comment, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because all the interviews I've ever been on in life, I've personally never seen it. Has any job, has any employer, has any interviewee ever asked to see your high school diploma, to see your associate's degree, to see your bachelor's degree? Maybe higher up in the corporate ladder, on the corporate food chain, but your average Joe Schmo job, when you went in for an interview, have they ever said, oh, let's see that diploma? We need a copy of your diploma? No. That's why people lie on their applications, saying that they have bachelor's degrees and they haven't went to a lick of college. Because who really cares about that? And in the grand scheme of things, this piece of paper costs $40,000. This little degree, this little piece of paper costs $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. And in the grand scheme of everything, for what? What did we just pay for? We paid for books, we paid for dormitories. All of that has to change. That's the part of normality that should not be normal in the first place. We have to get rid of that construct. We have to get rid of that thinking, that mentality that we have to go to school to get a job. No, you don't. All you need is a high school level education, a GED level education, and you can get any job out here. This isn't the old days. We've moved on as a society, and we have to stop pushing the narrative of people going to school to make it. Now, let me throw this caveat in there. I am not against school. I am not against tuition. What I am against is going to school without knowing your purpose, changing your majors 5 and 6 times. What I am against is interest. It shouldn't take that long to pay school off, but you're not only paying for school, you're paying for school, you're paying for books, you're paying for your dormitory if you choose to live in one. You're paying the lenders, the loans, you're paying the interest rates. It's not like you're just paying to the school and that's it. Because if you were paying to the school and that's it, it'd be nothing. You ever get a loan and then all of a sudden you have 3 different loan companies sending you mail saying you owe? Why is that? Because they break it up into different tuitions. They break it up into federal loans. They break it up into tuition loans. They break it up into Department of Education loans. And you're like, wait a minute, I only took out 1 loan. Yeah, that's how they dupe you. That's how they get you. So we have to break out of that construct. I'm not against school. Like I said, I went to school, I learned some things in school. What I will say is I've learned more outside of school than I ever learned inside of a brick and mortar building of education. So do with that piece of information as you will. I just want people to understand that the way we've been doing things is not the way it has to continue to be. That's what I mean by breaking the wheel. Next, let's get out of being trapped in car loans. This goes into another issue of breaking the wheel. Let's get out of being trapped in car loans. I'm in a car loan right now. I'm paying my car off. Hopefully in 2.5, at the latest 3 years, it'll be paid off. Me, I hate loans. I hate contracts. I hate being bound to something. This is my second car note. So therefore, this will be my last car note. Get a cash card. If you don't have money for a cash card, save up money for a cash card. Take public transportation. if you're so inclined to do so. If you have the means to take public transportation, if you live in a city that has good transportation, take public transportation. We have to get out of being stuck in loans and in contracts that we don't have any intention of paying off. And if we do have any intention of paying it off, like a car loan, I intend to honor that and pay that off. But damn, it's high. Like I've said numerous occasions, and I've also stated on other platforms and podcasts, and even in my music, you're not only paying the dealership, you're paying the dealership, you're paying the bank, and you're paying interest. So even if you get a $20,000 car, you're really paying $32,000, give or take, because you're paying 3 different people. So if your payment is $420 a month, half of that is going to the dealership. A third of that is going to the interest, and a portion of that is actually going to the car. That's why it takes 5 to 6 years to pay off. Because in the grand scheme of things, you can pay off $20,000. You can pay off $15,000 in the span of 2 years, 2.5 years. But the fact that you're paying 3 separate entities is what keeps you trapped in debt. So we have to get out of the construct of going to car dealerships and allowing them to trap us in loans. And, we all do it. We've all done it. But when your third eye opens up and you realize, wait a minute, why am I doing this? Then, you'll start to be able to escape the matrix and break the wheel, because you'll realize everything that is binding you is things that we put ourselves in. We bound ourselves. It's the illusion of freedom. It's like, oh, I got a car. Yeah, but you don't own it. You're financing it. You're leasing it. You miss a payment in that 15-day grace period if you want to. Guarantee that car won't be outside when you wake up in the morning, because it's not yours. It's so disheartening knowing that we are in a place where, and I mean collectively, because it's not everybody, but it's the majority, we're in a place where we're bound to something that we shouldn't be bound to. We place ourselves in debt. We place ourselves in hardship and then complain when we get into that hardship. I'm not talking about the hardship of life, of us just being born into whatever situation we're being born into because we didn't ask to come here. No. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about racial hardship. I'm not talking about living hardship. I'm talking about the hardship we place ourselves in. That's the wheel that I want us to break. We have to get out of it. We have to get out of the construct of thinking that this is the right way to live. Being in debt isn't right. Putting ourselves in debt isn't right. Going to a dealership and signing a contract to pay off something we know is not feasible is not right. We shouldn't be working to survive. We should be working to live. And if you don't feel like you're living, then you're surviving. And if you feel like you're surviving, then you're struggling. And we have to get our people out of the construct of them thinking that they're struggling, because they shouldn't be. Get a cash car. Get a car, save up money, ride that bus if you have to, take that Uber if you have to, that Lyft if you have to. Get a cash car. Save up money for a good quality cash car. Make sure that, it's not too beat up, not too old. Even a car, even if you have to go pre-owned and finance, do it with a car that's under $10,000. There are different ways to go about it, but we shouldn't have to get the latest and greatest. We shouldn't have to get a new car because that's the popular thing to do, or because I feel pressured by society that, I don't have a car, so I need to go and get a car. No, you don't need to put yourself in debt. No one is pressuring you. And if they are pressuring you, they are not your real friends. They're not the family that you need around you, and you need to break away from that. And any societal pressure that you feel, you need to get away from that. Turn that TV off. Turn off that computer. Get away from people that are pressuring you to do something that you don't want to do, because it's going to allow you to fall into the hamster wheel trap, and you're going to be just running, and you'll never escape the wheel until you break it. So do that for me. Matter of fact, do that for yourself. Do that for your future family. Don't bring your family into your debt, into your mess. They don't deserve that. And that's something we need to break. These are just different things that we need to understand and pass down to the next generation, because there are so many mistakes that I made in life that I can't wait to pass this on to my kids when I have my future children. I can't wait to pass this on to my kids. At the end of the day, we have to be able to pass down information to our kids, because that could be worth more than money, because that'll spoil them anyway. You got a trust fund for them. You got a bank sitting aside for them. Like, they're gonna grow up expecting things, because handing them down money doesn't teach them how to make money. Me giving you a plate of food doesn't teach you how to cook the food. I'd rather teach you how to cook, because that's longevity. I'd rather teach you how to save and invest and not buy things that you don't need. That's longevity. I'd rather give you information about how you don't need those credit cards, how you don't need to stand in line for the iPhone 12, because what's wrong with the phone you have now? These are just the kind of things I'm just looking out for my people. And I tell people this all the time. Like, get out of what binds you. Break the wheel. Get away from society. Get away from people pressuring you to thinking you have to go to school. You have to get a car. You have to get a house. Even when you see commercials like, iPhone commercials, Sprint commercials, Samsung, like Verizon, all these different cell phone companies and all that. Like, no, we don't need none of that. Even like, all I pay is internet. I don't know anybody who still pays for cable, by the way. Like, who still pays for cable? Who still has a landline phone? We have to get to the point where we can look at society as a whole and say, where can I save $1? And where we can save that dollar is looking at the lifestyle around us and say, how am I living? Why am I living this way? And who am I doing this for? And when you can look at all of those different avenues and all of those different things and realize that you're doing it for you, and then when you take care of yourself, you can take care of others, meaning your future family, your future kids, your future husband or wife. Once you get to that point, life will be golden. It doesn't matter how much money is in your bank account. Because the thing that people get confused about, you can have $2,000 in the bank, you can have $20,000 in the bank. If you are in debt, none of that matters, because you're wasting money paying on something you shouldn't be paying for in the first place. It's a true statement. It's real facts. We have to be, I'm trying to be a king. And I'm going to get some more hoodies made for my ladies out there with just queen on it. It's going to be the same exact design. It's just going to say queen. We have to be kings and queens. That's why all the time, to start my videos off, I didn't say it this time, but I'll say it now. Grand rising to all of my kings and queens doing tremendous things. The reason I say that is because that's what we should be. That's what we come from. We come from royalty. So let us get back to royalty. And royalty doesn't mean sitting on a throne, living in a castle, like all of that like just like fables, fantasies, story tales that we see on TV. It's none of that. Royalty is getting to a place where you say, I know my worth. I won't go under this amount of pay. no matter what you do, whether you work a regular job, whether you're a freelancer, whether you're an independent contractor, whether you're independently owned or well, I should say independent business, like an entity, like no matter what it is that you do, know your worth and don't undervalue your worth for anybody. In 2021, the homie discount dies. You gotta pay, homie. I don't care if we've been friends for 10 years. You gotta pay. Same way you would pay brother man over there. Same way you would pay homegirl over here. Same way you would pay that company to do that for you. The same way you would pay somebody else to take them videos and them photos and record you and all of that. Yeah, you gotta pay me too. Otherwise, get to stepping. And that's just how we have to be. And it's not about being selfish. People think that when you know your worth and you don't undervalue your talent, that you're being selfish. Okay, cool. But you just paid a corporation to do the same thing I could have done for cheaper, but you wanted it for free because you know me. You undervalue me. Not happening again. We are breaking that wheel as well, where the homie discount in 2021 dies. The hookup dies. All of that it's over. It's over. I'm not doing anything for free. I'm not doing anything on the cheap. If I do something, I'll make sure that I give you a good rate. It's gonna be cheaper than what they give you. But at the end of the day, yeah, you gotta pay, homie. You wanna know why you have to pay? Because I am a business too. I am an entity too. I am an independent contractor. So when you come over to record, when you need photos done, when you need video, yeah, guess what? Like, that's coming out of my pocket. I paid for the equipment. I have to use my gas to get there. If there's wardrobe changes, if we are using different backdrops, if it, like, whatever the case may be, it costs money to make money. And once somebody realizes their value, you'll watch your friends start to dwindle away. And so this is why I like being secluded, more recluse, living a minimalist lifestyle, staying to myself, because I like to keep it straight business. Because when you mix friendship and business together, normally it doesn't mix. And we have to get out of the mindset that, oh, I know them, so they'll just hook me up. No. That's over with. That's dead. Like, no more hookups, homie. In 2021, that is over with. So you better take advantage for this last month of December, homeboy, homegirl. Because, yeah, that's a wheel that I am personally breaking. Everything that is being said on this channel, that is being said in my music, I hope that you are taking it with a grain of salt and applying it to your life, because I'm doing it as well. Like, every single day I say, how can I be better? How can I save $1? How can I get out of debt? How can I rise and be more than what I am right now? And when we do that as a people, as a society, as a race, a human race, we will break the wheel. Thank y'all for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I am Altitude, representing Building Never Minds, the hip hop workshop, and I'm renovating minds one rhyme at a time. And until the next video, I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Peace. One love. After I just got done shooting the video, about to sit down and edit a little bit. After I just got done shooting the video, look at God. The sun is beaming right now. What is going on? Could have shot the video on the patio, but God was hating. Nah, I'm just playing. Like, God, man, this is crazy. After I just got done saying, where is the sun? Where is it? It's right here, man. It's that bipolar Dallas weather for you. Look at this. Wow. Wow. Where has it been all this time? I could have shot the video. Look at the quality, man. Are you kidding me? Oh yeah, look at the plants. They survived, by the way, too. Appreciate y'all in the comments, you know, in my DMs and whatnot, talking about the, how to preserve the plants. They made it. They are living and thriving. But look at this. Hey, yo, check this out. Are you kidding me? Oh my God, man. All right, hopefully this weather holds up and it ain't bipolar and raining like crazy like it was the other day and like it was today. So, it is what it is. Either way, man, peace out.